Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Sri Shukdev Goswami says, O King Parikshit, Yamaraj, the in charge of hell, told his messengers called Yamadutas that those who are sincerely attached and taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord and chant His holy name regularly, and whenever opportunity occurs, perform congregational chanting with musical instrument, do not go near them. Those who are wicked and remain averse against the Supreme Lord, those who do not believe in devotional service, those who are agnostic and atheistic, and those who make a show of devotion, heretics, bring them to me for punishment. Lord Yamaraj says this to his messengers. Those who are engaged in worldly pleasures, those who only think that family life is the best life and remain busy performing family duties and think their duty is to take care of the family and protect them alone, bring them to me. I will punish them. Those who have made up their mind and have decided to chant the holy name of the Lord and become a devotee, don't go near them, even if they made up a mind. Yet to receive initiation, not yet received, yet to receive initiation. Don't go near them because they made up their mind. Means their mind has taken initiation subtly, spiritual initiation. Now question arises, how to chant? What is the procedure of chanting the holy name? For this there is a prose in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, commentary given by great Āchārya Sridhar Swāmī. No dikhyam, nacha satkriyam, nacha purascharyam, managikhyate, mantroyam rasana sprugeva phalati, Shri Kṛṣṇa Namatmakam. One may wonder, should I just buy japamala from the shop and chant the holy name of the Lord? Why I have to accept some guru and reach Sadguru, search Sadguru out of gurus? Why? If somebody chants in this way without accepting initiation or advice from the spiritual master, just by buying a japamala and not following any rules and regulations of chanting or rules and regulations for purifying the soul, the spirit, and act as per their will, free, land of the free. They want to do whatever they want to do, the way they want to do, and chant the way they want to chant, upside down, or there are 16 words, chant 15 words or 17 words, and move their tongue on the name of Kṛṣṇa. They receive some benefit because name of Lord Kṛṣṇa and japamala is like a bag of sugar, 100 kilo bag, 50 pounds bag or something like that. You make a hole from any direction, upside down, or from the sides, anywhere you make a hole, only sugar will come. But taking sugar like this, if somebody sees, he will feel you are uncivilized because you are not opening the mouth of the sugar bag. Mouth is there, it has to open from there, the stitched mouth. Then if you open that, sugar bag will come to use, some use, and sugar will be used together, both. And you will be called civilized because people will think, oh, he knows the rules because he's open the bag from the top and taking sugar. Similarly, chanting any way you want will bring some result, but you will not be called civilized because you are not following rules of chanting. And your names of chanting malas are not registered with God. It will bring you some benefit, but not sufficient. That's why the Supreme Lord Himself said in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Nrudeha madhyam sulabham sudurlabham plabam sukalpam guru karnadharam. There are 8,400,000 kinds of bodies exist on this planet. Among them, civilized human being is very difficult to achieve, very rare, rarely achieved. Durlabham. But sulabham, but now we already have this civilized human body. That's why it's called sulabham. We already possess it. We don't need to search anywhere. And this human body is compared to a ship in the ocean, vast ocean, Bhavasagara. This world, the universe, this material existence is considered to be like ocean. In this, we have a ship, like human body, to go across. But Guru Karnadharam, navigator, captain, is Guru of this ship like human body. Human body is considered to be a ship in the vast ocean which has so many waves. And we require a captain who can navigate the ship through proper channel and reach the goal. The goal of human body is to please God. The captain, if he is perfect, will lead the ship like human birth into correct destination properly. Otherwise, this ship will drown in the ocean because it is full of whirlwinds and waves, tidal waves like that. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there is prayers of the Vedas. Vedas prayer are there in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. In that it is written, the Vedas are praying, Ye Guru Sharanam Sambhahya Yatanti Te Akruta Karnadhara Vanijo Jaladhav Sansara Eva Brahmanti. Those who just buy their beads in the market and chant by their own accord because they read in the book for chanting or heard somewhere to chant. They chant because they are totally independent. They want to do what they want to do. They wish whatever they think is correct, they do. Such class of people, even though have pious nature, nice, unharmful nature, good nature, and chant the holy name regularly, give charity, perform some kind of meritorious deeds like performing sacrifices or some ritual ceremonies, and ask the Lord for some benediction, some blessing, some kind of blessing. Everybody asks. They are like Baniya's businessmen who are mercantile class. Because businessmen means you spend some and get some return. So they are considered to be business style person. But those who do not accept Guru and perform their chanting as per their wish, they are not getting sufficient benefit. Their situation is like a vast ocean filled with waves, sitting on a boat without having captain, which is not led by captain. Their situation is very precarious because it is impossible to go across the material ocean without captain's navigation. Not possible. That's why the scriptures say, Hari bhajaniyam tat prapakam bhajanam eva tad upadeshta guru reva guru upadeshta bhajana margenaiva hari krupa praptu riti bhavaha. In human birth, the goal of human being should be to please the Supreme Lord. Besides this, there is no goal for human being. Eating, sleeping, sex and defense is done by animals too. But human being has little more responsibility than animalistic propensity. That is to please the Supreme Lord. Therefore, Harir Bhajani Eva. Pleasing the Supreme Lord is the goal of human life. A spirit is given a human birth just to please God. Hari means Lord Kṛṣṇa. And to obtain God or to please God, the remedy or the process is chanting the holy name of the Lord. And Guru Upadeshta iti means Guru rewards this chanting japa and instructions you must get from the spiritual master through initiation. This is the only procedure. Eva means only procedure. There is no other one. Guru Upadeshta Bhajana Margena, as per the direction of the Guru, as per the direction given by Guru. If one regularly chants the holy name of the Lord, sure, Lord will be pleased with you. Guarantee. There is no other way than Lord being pleased with you. Lord can not remain away from you, will come to you. Will run and rush. You will be very happy seeing the Lord. Let's chant in that process. I'm speaking Sanskrit to you. I'm translating it to you. Be a nice devotee, following the instructions of the scriptures. Why you have to be so independent? Even after taking initiation, you want to do what you want to do. Why? You should do what Guru wants you to do. Not you should do what you want to do. That is an offense. See? And spiritual path, independent decisions are not allowed. In material path, you be independent. Guru don't object with that. Guru do not involve with your materialistic deeds or social deeds or worldly way how you carry your body and in this world. Guru only has commitment that is on spiritual path. So if you follow spiritual path, then you are perfect, you are supremely independent then. Following Guru's instructions means you are supremely independent. You are not dependent. But externally it looks you are depending on the instructions of Guru. Yamarāja, in charge of hell, continues speaking to his messengers, Yamadutas. Those who do not regularly chant the holy name of the Lord under the guidance of the spiritual master, and those who do not bow down in front of the Supreme Lord and Guru, putting their head down to the ground and remain filled with false ego and act independently, do things as per their wish, bring them to me. He is telling, I will cure them by punishing. See? After this, after speaking this, Yamarāja, in charge of hell, becomes quiet and regrets within himself, in his heart, that his servants, his followers, his messengers have committed offense against the messengers of the Supreme Lord. Oh, my servants committed offense. Oh, Supreme Lord, please forgive me. He is asking pardon from the Supreme Lord for him, because he committed offense. Means servants' mistakes, dependents' mistakes, the messengers' mistakes, the wife's mistakes, or children's mistakes go to the leader of that house. Subjects, the population's mistake the reaction goes to the nation's leader. Disciples' mistakes come to Guru, who has to rectify them. Like that. So, Yamaraj knows this rule because he is the manager, he is the Lord of hell. God has given him that responsibility, so he knows rules, that his messengers committed offense and he has to pay for it. That's why he is regretting and begging pardon from the Supreme Lord. Inside this heart, the servants, the messengers are there, but they are not able to hear it. Then, after keeping quiet, begging pardon inside the heart, and he starts speaking out. He says, now the messengers are also hearing, O Supreme Lord, whatever ignorant I am, whatever amount of ignorant I am, whatever amount of offenses are done by me or my dependents, please forgive me. After all, I am your servant. What is the meaning of this? One who is sincerely becomes a servant of Guru and God, then he or she is forever surrendered soul. Forever. Either is mistaken, makes a mistake unknowingly, or not make mistakes, is servant forever. That devotee is servant. So Guru is in charge of that devotee. So Yamaraj says, after all, I am your servant. Means I am your servant forever. Even though I am mistaken, still I am your servant. Please forgive me. So these messengers heard this. The Nyaya Shastra says in this regard, Aparādha sakruta bhartra sodhabhyasva janakrutaha. If the offenses are committed by dependents or family members, bring responsibility, brings consequences to the leader. of that family. So Yamaraj has a family that is dependent on his messengers, so he is begging pardon. If population, subject makes mistakes, the king has to pay for, has to suffer for. Disciples make mistakes, break law, spiritual law, guru pays, means suffers for that reaction, like that. So disciples' duty is to remain always very careful, not commit offense, not break the rules given by guru. So their consequences of their misdeeds do not make the guru suffer. If guru suffers because of them, they get double reaction, like that. So disciples must remain very careful. Sri Sukadeva Goswami further says, the real atonement in human life is to chant the holy name of the Lord. Besides this, all this other religious life do not purify the soul that quickly. The magnificent character of the Supreme Lord, the transcendental names of the Supreme Lord can be read in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, can be heard from the spiritual master or a pure devotee, and chanted as per the wish or commitment given to the spiritual master regularly. If one does so, then love of Godhead automatically will rise in the heart. In due course, sure will rise. When that love of Godhead rises, then you become self-realized soul, fully purified. How much purification one receives by chanting is a question. That however much purification one receives by performing all kinds of meritorious deeds mentioned in the scriptures, much more than that is received by chanting the holy name. Ek Kṛṣṇa mein jato pāp hare papi korite na pare. That much sin is destroyed by chanting one name, Kṛṣṇa, sincerely. So sinner cannot commit like that. Just one may not feel ecstatic in the beginning for chanting japa, may remain mechanical, not have the taste for chanting, not feel love for chanting. Because we are afflicted by jaundice-like materialism for since time immemorial. We are prone or we are used to do materialistic things and engage in sense gratification. So we are afflicted with the jaundice of this problem, material problem. That's why we are sick. So the cure for this materialistic desire for sense gratification, jaundice, is sucking sugar candy, swallowing sugar candy, mixed saliva. This is the only cure. So when one is afflicted with this jaundice, sugar candy tastes bitter, don't taste sweet. But this is the only medicine. Since it is only medicine, you have to suck it. So you put in your mouth and suck it slowly, that saliva mixed sweet, and gradually that jaundice like material consciousness goes out through urination evacuation. Slowly it goes. So when it is gone, then the same sugar candy which was tasting bitter will taste sweet. Start tasting sweet and will taste sweet. So, being conditioned to materialistic sense gratification material family life, worldly life, we do not have that taste for chanting in the beginning. But regular chanting will bring that taste, and love of Godhead will surely rise. The witch-like Maya will run from you, go away, and you will not have taste for material pleasures. You will become free from the cycle of birth and death. Those who are engaged in other ritualistic ceremonies, other process of emancipation, their mind never remains controlled. Only devotees' mind remains controlled. We become devotees of Lord Kṛṣṇa and remain sincerely at his lotus feet. Hearing such words from their boss, Yamaraj, the Yamadutas, his messengers, became stunned with wonder, amazed. Oh, so much glory Lord's holy name has. Such a great glory. We never heard this before. But they trusted whatever Yamaraj has spoken, because they knew Yamaraj is one of the authorities of spiritual life and a real devotee of the Supreme Lord, a self-realized soul. So they had to trust whatever he said. That's why they did not even scantingly look. They do not even look towards the devotee. Yamadutas don't look. They're scared. They don't go near devotee. Garuda Purana says 3 miles in diameter, that area is left by them. They are so scared with the devotees of the Lord. After saying all this, Yamaraj kept quiet. Sri Sukadeva Goswami says, O King Parikshit, I have narrated to you the episode of Ajamil and the discussion between Yamadutas and Devadutas, Vishnudutas, and the discussion between the messengers of Yamaraj and Yamaraj himself. I heard this from Agastya Muni in Malaya Hills. In Malaya Hills, Agastya Muni lived, and while he was performing puja, worship of Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa, Sukadeva Goswami reached there and asked about the importance and value of the Supreme Lord's holy name. Agastya Muni revealed this to Sri Sukadeva Goswami. And Sukadeva Goswami told King Parikshit, I am not telling you anything new. Guru does not tell anything new. Any guru who tells something new, that is out of scriptures. Everything is in the scriptures. There is nothing left for making research. So Guru only tells what is written in the scriptures. Guru only tells what he heard. So similarly, Sukadeva Goswami said, I heard this from Agastya Muni. Agastya Muni is said to be born, said in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, is born from a clay pot. Agastya Kumbha Sambhava. Agastya Muni was born from a clay pot. Nobody can take birth from a clay pot, but this is the will of the Supreme Lord. I tell you the story. Once, heavenly girl named Urvashi was wandering on the seashore, and she was very beautiful, young. They never become old anyway. Very young and very beautiful. Urvashi is very beautiful, attractive, mesmerizing person. So she was wandering on the seashore and seen by 2 demigods, Mitra and Varuna. These 2 saw both, and they came, they wanted to have embracement. They want to love her. So, first, Mitra of demigod embraced her. While embracing her, because he did not penetrate in her, so his semen fell on the ground. And this was seen by Urvasi. Oh, he released, it fell on the ground. So she lifted that semen and placed in a clay pot. Then Varuna came. Varuna also came infatuated. He embraced her. She prevented him to penetrate. Therefore, his semen also fell on the ground. So thinking that demigod's semen, a great quality semen, should not go in waste, therefore she lifted his semen also and put in the same pot, clay pot. Because semen was very potent and came from a perfect persons, that's why it did not go in waste. So in due course that clay pot broke, and first comes out is Vasishtha Muni. And then comes out is Agastya Muni. These both came out from those pots. That's why Agastya Muni is said to be Kumbha Sambhava. Kumbha Sambhava means born from a clay pot. Clay pot is not, Kumbha is not a person. Kumbha is not of the demigod, name of the demigod or sages or saintly person or a human being or woman or man. It is Kumbha in Sanskrit, called clay pot in English. So it's born from there. Now you may wonder, Vasishtha is one of the 7 sages born out of mind. What is about that Vasishtha and this Vasishtha? What is the difference? No, there is no difference, because that Vasishtha born out of mind of Lord Brahma, one of the 7 sages, was cursed by Nimi Maharaj. So when he was cursed, he had that power and potency to relinquish cursed body and took birth from this clay pot. Again the same Vasishtha. No difference. So nothing new should be spoken by Guru. Nothing new should be created by Guru. Guru should be authentic, scripturally authorized to function as Guru, to initiate people to take back to Godhead. Thank you very much.